So obviously it's no secret, Planet Zoo 2 is coming out soon. Obviously you guys have known, well, you might know, you might not know, but Planet Zoo's been a big thing on this channel, so obviously I got to take it upon myself to talk about Planet Zoo 2. Thank you for giving me the idea to do this, Maximo Forte. I'll put your comment up on the screen. He was the one who gave me the idea to go ahead and go through with this video and kind of talk about things. Obviously, you guys know it's been a little bit of time since I've been here on the channel. For those of you who've paid attention to videos and everything like that, you'll know where I've been, why I've been gone, and everything like that. For those of you who are new, we're just going to kind of stick to talking about Planet Zoo 2 today. So, yeah. First things first, so right off the bat, I mean, obviously they gave us the things we're desperately asking for, which is aviaries and aquariums and everything like that. And there's been some interesting surprises too, like the European bison and the Goodfellow's tree kangaroo are two animals that kind of surprised me. I didn't really think that they were going to be in. European bison, I think, is actually a home run, specifically because of what's been going on with European bison conservation. So I think they made a really good choice in adding the European bison specifically. There are definitely some things that I'm very excited for, and I already pre-ordered the deluxe edition. I'm going to be fully transparent with that. I already pre-ordered the deluxe edition. I wanted everything. You guys know in Planet Zoo 1, I was an everything guy. We used everything. We used modded even. So we got to go with everything. But right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and start with like the pros of everything. And there's lots of pros. I mean, this game is going to be absolutely fantastic. Like, the models look insane. One that I think is very underrated is the axolotl model. I'll go ahead and put a picture up on the screen. The axolotl model, I think the detail in the head looks so much better. I think they've been doing specifically in heads, they've been doing a much better job at modeling heads of animals, and I think that's something that really excites me. Something I'd like to see more of is freshwater fish. Obviously, we've gotten the brown trout, and I believe that's the only freshwater fish we've seen so far. But I'd love to see like pumpkin seeds, bass. A bluegill would be really funny, but obviously I'm not going to expect that. Rainbow trout, I think, is one that we're going to see at some point, just because it's such a well-known freshwater fish. We could see salmon. I'm not sure if we'll see any specific types of salmon. Maybe pike or something like that. I'd love to see some more freshwater fish, or freshwater in general in the games. Something I also noticed is that we're seeming to get Planet Zoo 1 DLC animals in the Planet Zoo base game. For example, the giant Malaysian leaf insect was, I believe, a part of the, I forget the name of the DLC, the East Asian DLC, I believe it was. But yeah, we're seeming to get stuff like that. I'm not sure. I think Red Deer was also a DLC. I could be wrong. But yeah, it seems like we're getting DLCs from Planet Zoo 1 in base game of Planet Zoo 2, which makes me feel very, very happy. I'm not sure if they've talked about like what their final number of species is going to be for base game, but I have a good feeling that it's going to be nice and large, so people who want to play somewhat casually and want to be in base game will not have any issues with that. And it seems like, you know, and they're not being shy about what animals are going to be in base game. Like, they're not really keeping it super simple. Not to say that Planet Zoo 1 was super simple, but it was simple. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think any casual players are going to be using like the let me think of an example here. The Danube crested newt. I don't know if any casual players will use an animal like that. They'll probably want to use something like the western chimpanzee or the lions, or even for something smaller, the golden poison frogs and stuff like that. And that kind of leads into the cons that I kind of feel. I'm very afraid of, like, this game has the potential to do something incredible, but it also has the potential to kind of stagger itself. I think if you played Planet Zoo 1 a lot, like if you were pretty decent at it, I'm not going to say I was good, I was okay, but if you really played it, you're probably not going to have any issues with Planet Zoo 2. I think the thing where Planet Zoo 2 can really stagger is with new people. Obviously, Planet Zoo 1's pathing system and a lot of its building systems were really... It was a learning curve. It was a learning process to really learn how to build efficiently in Planet Zoo. And the thing that worries me the most is that Planet Zoo 2 is going to be hard for new people to adapt to. I'm sure it won't be too bad, and I think they've already kind of said that they've kind of pondered this and are looking to make it a little bit more helpful for people who just kind of want to get on the game and just build a simple little zoo and not really spend hours on end building one habitat. And I think that's a huge thing, because I mean, if you go back and look at some of my videos, you'll know that I wasn't the greatest of builders. I also didn't have the most time on my hands to put the most detail into things, and you know that it would be nice to have some shortcuts and some easier, simplistic, more ways of building, whatever that may look like. Obviously, I'm sure they're going to have the size increase and decrease, which is going to be great, and things like that. But all in all, the one thing that I'm really looking forward to the most is seeing how the building mechanics are going to be somewhat reworked, because I don't expect them to be anything crazy different. Obviously, it's a planet game. It's not going to get out of its bread and butter of building. But I'd love to see how they try to make things easier for people who are just picking up a planet game, and people who aren't really familiar with these big sandbox type games. Because I believe Planet Zoo, or maybe it was the first Planet Coaster, was my first... Yeah, the first Planet Coaster, I believe, was my first, like, big sandbox game, but I wasn't too familiar with it until I hit Planet Zoo, and I wanted to make content on that, and I had to figure out really how to build. If you guys go back and watch my, in my playlist, there's the Etnan Zoo playlist, which was the first series I ever did on this channel, and the first zoo I ever built on this channel, and you can really see, like, my learning and evolving in that, and it's really fun to watch. Actually, even I sometimes go back and watch it to kind of research the way I kind of did things in that point, and just kind of try to find a good mixture of something that's nice and simplistic, but also something that's nice and detailed. So anyways, enough of that rabbit hole. We are supposed to be getting a new release in the next couple of days. As of the time of this recording, Aardvarks, the Cichlid, obviously the leaf insect, because I've already talked about it, Gemsbok, Fire Salamander, Maasai Giraffe, Ocean Sunfish were all released. No, this is going to release one day before. Yeah, this is going to release the day before that release. So yeah, leave in the comments what you guys think of that. Also, something I was thinking about doing, do you guys want to see a Road to Planet Zoo 2 series here on the channel, where I do maybe some challenge zoos or some sandbox zoos, and we do some like maybe small projects or smaller zoos, or maybe we could do a bigger zoo or something like that, whatever you guys want to see, and we could do that on the Road to Planet Zoo 2. Obviously, it wouldn't be like a series that I'm like crazy focused on, because you know, we're going to try to, the road to it, it's going to be a road, it's not going to be a freeway, but, you know, it's going to be a while, so we might as well try to figure out how to pass the time and keep our mindset on that Planet Zoo narrative and everything like that. So if that sounds cool to you guys, you know, leave a comment down below. I think that could be really fun. I think my biggest wish for Planet Zoo 2 is that we could have clipped wing birds. Now, I know that sounds weird, but like, it would be cool for the immersion of having like rescue animals. So like having a golden eagle, for example, that had a wing injury and will never be able to fly again, or something like that. I think that could be something that could really help immerse you in the zoo, and just gives us more options in building and things like that. I think that could be a really great idea. But I don't really think there's any specific, like, just normal animals, other than maybe Coatimundis, that I'd like to see in Planet Zoo 2. I think Coatimundis is, like, a big zoo animal, and we didn't really see that in Planet Zoo 1. But something tells me, you know, like, obviously they're going to want to release DLCs for the game, so Coatimundi might end up just being a DLC animal in the future. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this little speculation. I hope you enjoyed. Please hit that subscribe button for more Planet Zoo 2. Maybe we'll do some more videos about this, maybe some more reactions to the animal releases and things like that, if you guys so want that to be on here. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye.